Okay. All right. Hey there, everybody. Don't everybody jump in at once, but this is me kidding myself. I know there's no one here yet. That's fine. Wordatro. You know, I had a very busy day. Anybody else have a really busy day? It was a real thing today. Not super stressful or anything. Just a lot of things to do. And you know, not enough people to answer all my questions, not enough time in the day really to get everything done that I wanted to get done. Surely others besides myself have had that experience before. Surely. And I need something. I need a little something to take my mind off of it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play a little bit of Wordatro, which is a pretty new release. I think right now you might still be able to get it on Steam for $8.49, which is a discount from its regular price of $9.99. It is, as you may have guessed from the title, Balatro, or Balatro, or however you prefer to say it. I've forgotten how I did last time I was here streaming with you fine folks. Anyway, it's Balatro, but with words. And that's right up my alley. Balatro already very chill and a very chill game that draws you in, but again, very chill. So you can play at your own pace. There's no timer. There's no, I don't know. there's not a horde of enemies closing in on you that you have to mash out combos to destroy. It's just cards. It's just cards that you have to manipulate using the jokers and the different types of cards and deals and all that stuff to make points. That's really all it's about. That's Balatro, of course. Balatro, or again, tomato, tomato, Balatro. But this is Wordatro, and this is very similar in a lot of ways. You are still using things that the game gives you to make points. You're trying to take advantage and find synergies of the different power-ups and things that you can find throughout the game in order to make number go up. It's heavily inspired, I will say. So I'm just going to go ahead and dip in let's go ahead and dip in, and let's do a medium difficulty game. So 10 rounds, we get 2 energy at the start and 2 rerolls. Energy, well, I'll get into it in a minute. And then at the end of every round, when we beat a round, we'll get 2 more energy and 1 more reroll. So that's medium. Let's start in with this, and turn my picture on there. Hi there. Hi, everybody. So that you can see me, so that we can all see what's going on here. So, Wordatro then. Again, Balatro, but words. So, instead of cards, which we would use to form poker hands, we are instead using letter tiles and trying to form impressive words with them. Impressive not necessarily in their length, although longer words do give you extra bonuses over the course of the round that you play. But impressive words in the distribution of points, just like Scrabble. If you're familiar with that at all, each letter has a certain number of points that it is worth. This A, for example, is worth 1 point. I think that's the same for all the vowels. So we have points, we have multipliers, which are these red diamonds. So if we manage to score a 3-letter word, we'll get the number of points that each letter tile represents, plus 3 mult. That we will multiply that number of points by to add to our score. Again, Balatro, but words. How many times am I going to say that during this stream? I don't know. We're, what, 7 minutes in, and I've probably already said it at least 3 times. That's okay. No one's watching anyways, so the pressure's off. But anyway, by the way, I'm terrible at introducing myself in real life and through streaming, apparently. I'm Adam. I like to play Balatro. I like to play Spelunky. It's been a while since I've done that. But yeah, I don't generally stream a lot because I have a family, and my streaming computer is in the center of the house, so it's pretty much not ever convenient for me to stream. But the rest of my family happens to be out of town this week, so you may expect more streams this week, because it's one of the only times I can really do that. Anywho, welcome to the stream. Again, Wordatro. Let's make a word here. I haven't been staring at the letters. I've been prattling on. But let's see what kind of word that we can spell here. I will explain. Let's see also. In Balatro, you had a certain number of hands that you could play, that you were allowed to play to try and make the score over the course of the round. For this Wordatro, we have energy. Each time we submit a word, it consumes 1 energy. So basically, we have to play 2 or fewer words to get out of this round. If we manage to spell a 9-letter word, looks like we get 1 extra energy. So that's interesting. I don't know that I've ever spelled a 9-letter word in this game just yet. I've been playing it over the course of a couple days. Anyway, energy. So that's the number of words that we can play to try and score this amount in the round. Rerolls, again, also like Balatro, these are letters that we can throw out of our hand. Say, we don't want these letters. Give us some different letters from our tile bag, which you can click here on the options and click on the little bag icon up here to see how many of each letter you have in your bag at any one moment. And it also has the word checker down here for you in case you're not familiar with a particular word and want to see whether it's correct or not, or whether it's want to see whether it's a valid word or not. I think also the game might not actually let you submit it if it's not a valid word, which is interesting. I won't get into that. I need to play a word. It's been God, Adam, it's been 10 minutes. You haven't played a single word in this word game yet. So let's see what we have here. I could make goof for 4 letters. So that would be, 32 points. That gets us about halfway there. Let's see what we can do when we get rid of some of these vowels. I don't need all these vowels. Let's get rid of this A and this O and this U. Let's hit the re-roll. Let's see what we can get out of that. We can make goofy now. Let's see. Bigotry. I could make bigotry. Or 40. Bigotry would be better. Better play. It's a longer word with more points. Would goofy be better than bigotry? I can't remember. I can't tell offhand. I'm in word mode. My brain separates itself between word mode and math mode sometimes. This looks pretty good. I would lose 1 letter if I decided to go goofy instead. Let's just go with this. I've been talking around playing words for too long and haven't actually done it, so I'm gonna do that. Let's play bigotry here and see what we get. Hey, there we go. We cleared the round. 1 word. Beautiful. So we get 2 extra energy and 2 extra rerolls for us, or just 1 extra reroll? Yeah, for winning the round. And we move on. And the number that we have to beat gets bigger. Alright, creates a copy of the first letter of the word with an increase of 2 points. So it'll make an extra tile for our tile bag with an increased number of points. If there's only 1 letter in the rerolled letter will be improved. Improved means that the letter will be randomly assigned a power-up, basically. Bold, italic, or underlined. Bold is basically the red seal from Balatro. It gets triggered twice. Italic means that, I think... what does italic mean? I don't remember. I don't know. But then underline is times 1.5 molds. So that's the one you really want to shoot for. Italic has something to do with molt. I forget which. And then X consonant. +1 multis when a consonant is triggered. Well, we do play a lot more consonants than vowels, so this might be a decent upgrade. Let's do this. Alright. Anything sticking out here? Folk. Let's get rid of some of these. We got a free reroll for passing our last round. That'll still leave me enough to make folk if I want to. You can also change how you sort your letter tiles. I like I do in Scrabble. Whenever I'm playing Scrabble, I like to sort them by alphabetically, just to mix them all up in a recognizable order. Well, I still have folk. What else do I have here? Is monkeys spelled K-I-E-S? Because if that's so, I'm 1 letter away from monkeys. I guess preliminary apologies to anybody showing up. A lot of this stream probably will be me staring at these words and not coming up with anything for a little while. That's how it usually is when I play Scrabble. But I'm here first and foremost not to entertain, but to have fun and to relax. So, if only monkified were a word. If only. That would be worth so many points. Well, anyway. Uh, I do have ION, which is a good ending for lots of words. A good way to lengthen a root word. I have filmed. Oh, what does the italic do? Upgrades the tile by +3 multis. Okay, good to know. So I have the word filmed if I wanted to play that. I want to try and get this K in there though. K is worth 10. It's a super K, which increases the other K by 5 points. I wonder if that's only if you use another K in the word, or if it just increases the other K when you play it, when you play this one in a word. Unclear. Unclear. I don't know what else to do here. This is not. There we go. I was gonna say that's not alphabetical order. I'm one letter away from flunked. If I had a U, still have filmed. Let me get rid of this O. You know what? Actually, let's use this word checker. Is monkeys a word? No, not spelled like that. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So I don't have to feel bad about getting rid of this O then. If I know there's not a chance I'm going to hit an S with the reroll. But I still have filmed. What do you find something for this K? Let's re-roll that and see what we get. All right, didn't get flunked. Still have filmed. What about Fink? That's decent. I should not be cogitating this long on a 4-letter word. Wow, it's good enough to get us out of the round. All right. Well, if it's good enough to get us out of the round, then it's good enough for me. Adds 1 exclamation point during the next letter draw. This is another thing, another interesting tile. The exclamation point tile, you can add to any word that you play and just adds 10 points, I think. Also adds points even if kept in hand. That is interesting. Huh. Let's see what these others are, but I think I might end up going with this just to experiment with it some more. Other underline letters gain half a multi, times half a multi. Let's see. We don't have any underline letters in the bag at the moment, but it might be a good investment for the future. Twins. This bonus increases by +5 if the word is the same length as the previous one. So if I made more 4-letter words, I could increase my multiplier. That seems like a better investment than this. Okay. There's always a chance we could find that again. Well, I see moneyed right off the top. Or lemonade. I see lemonade, which is not 4 letters long, but so it won't add to our multi. But I'm gonna go ahead and play it anyway. Still not good enough to get us out of the round, unfortunately. I don't think I had any bonus tiles in that. Yes, I know. Hi. My cat is saying hello to me off camera. I mean, obviously it's off camera. I don't have the camera on. I would have to have the camera on to be off, for anything to be off camera. Everything's off camera as far as you're concerned. Why am I prattling on like this? I think it's maybe because I really enjoy this game. And I know word games are not the easiest sell to a lot of people because they feel like you need to have a giant vocabulary um, for them to be effective, for them to be fun. I don't know. I don't think that's the case for this game. I think you can get by pretty well between the power-ups and letter distribution. You know, it's not like you have to fit things into a grid like you do with Scrabble. Like half of that game is strategy and how you control the territory, basically. But here, there's no territory to control. It's just a line, man. Glaze? I got glaze. That'll get us out of the round, surely. And play this, let's see, so the exclamation mark adds points even if kept in hand. Destroy after player reroll. So you want to keep the exclamation mark in your hand then, yeah? Because it'll keep giving me points later. Oh, sure, why not? There we go. Beautiful. Alright. Moving right along. +1 multis when vowel is triggered. We already have one for consonants. Guess that may not be the worst idea. Improves 7 letters to underline. See, if we had grabbed this earlier, then this would be really nice. Sure. Let's take this. See what we can do. All right. Right up front, I see fishy. What was our last word? What's the last thing that we played? Can't remember now. Glaze. So if I played fishy, I would get a +5 bonus to the multiplier. It's not worth that many points though in the grand scheme of things. I guess it is. It has to be. I'm looking at this C and D over here and trying to think of how I would incorporate that in a word, but fishy's already pretty good. If I'm going to try and stick with the 5-letter word, which, I mean, why not? Hey, that screen shake means that we beat the round in one go. It's like seeing the flames on your score in Balatro. Cool. All right, so we can add another exclamation point. Add a multis value equal to the number of rerolls, so we could add 3 more reroll to our mult, or get an asterisk when 3 letters are rerolled. An asterisk tile, just like in the star tiles or special tiles in Scrabble, it's just a blank. It replaces any letter. Just helps you spell a word. Helps you spell a word that you're 1 letter away from. We've already got the 1 exclamation point. We're doing pretty good here with the mult. Let's try this one. Last word that we played was 5 letters. So if we want to keep that going, a word leaping out at me here. Mice. But we want to try and use this D. I am 1 N away from the word demonic, which is not 5 letters, but would be pretty impressive. Let's dump these 3 letters and get an asterisk. Let's say. There we go. Should that clear us? I don't know. Yes, it does. Beautiful. If anything, I could use a little more screen shake, a little more intensity whenever I pass in one word. That would be nice. I think any real issues I have with this game, and I do have a couple, if I'm quibbling. I think any real issues I have with this game are about just, I don't know. Balatro handles that, what is the guy from Game Developers Toolkit call it? Juice. Just the feel that you're winning the hell out of the game, basically. I think this is missing a little bit of that, if I'm honest. Let's see. 15 letters to italic. Jeez. So once I use an improved letter, does it lose that improvement? Yeah, it looks like it, because we played a D, a bold D last turn. And now it looks like we don't have any bold Ds anymore. So yeah, maybe once we play an improved letter, then it stops being improved. Plus 4 multis for each mult-triggered letter. That's interesting. Times 3 points. Halves this bonus if the word is longer than 4 letters. Huh. Interesting. I think I'm going to go with this. Because this we don't lose, Like improved letters, eventually we lose the improvements from those letters if we play them. But here, we don't lose multi. We consistently gain it as long as we play one of these letters. All right. All right. We have grunt. Let's play brunt. We have 2 exclamation points in our hand. This should get us a good amount of the way there. There we go. Strove. Hey, is stroved a word? No. The play button turns off, so. Is there anything else that we could play that would be slightly longer or more impressive? We have an EST, so we could play the, what's the word? Superlative of something. We have adores also. Not as point worthy as strove. I don't think I'm getting anything better without re-rolling. So let's go with strove. And that should probably get us out of the round. Cool. All right. Moving right along. And again, see, these aren't gigantic words that I'm playing, I mean, if we look at the game screen, we're actually limited to a 9-letter word. So it's not like it's not like you're scoring a lot of points by playing gigantic words like, I don't know. I can't name any gigantic words right now except for the cliche ones. Add a multi's value equal to the number of reroll. Well, we do have more rerolls than before. That might be worth it. Plus 2 rerolls in end of the round rewards. Instead of 1, we would get 3. That's a lot of rerolls, man. I don't think we need that many. Letters in italic increase the tile bonus by plus 2 multis. Okay, so instead of 3, it would be 5 multis for italic letters. How many italic letters do we have in the stack? 2. Because we didn't take that. We didn't take that extra bonus last round that would have given us, what, 15 more? I think maybe this is the play, and maybe if trash can comes around again, or no, excuse me, sorry. I think this is the play, taking extra rerolls at the end of the round, and then if saving comes up again, we can grab that. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Not a lot here. We've got read. We've got, what else do we have? We have something that I could use ed at the end for. We have rude. Just a lot of E's here, man. Let's dump our A and one of our E's. See what we can get. Because if I put 3 here, again, we're gonna get an asterisk, which I don't necessarily need. So let's dump these. I was gonna say we have erasure, but no, we don't. We would need another R. Let's just play around with these. We don't have assured either, because we would need 2 S's. Maybe I should stop focusing on what I don't have. If I got rid of both of these exclamation points and one of the U's, then I could get an asterisk and I could make erasure. I mean, I have erased. I didn't even notice that. Why am I automatically trying to go for the more complicated thing? For all that speechifying I did before about not needing a gigantic vocabulary. I mean, even school kids know the word erased, right? Let's go with that. That's not going to win the round for us, but it's a start. And we have plenty of energy to work with. Alright, well, we have a lack of vowels here, because not a lot we can do with 2 U's, unfortunately. Not with the rest of these letters. Let's see, our last word was 6 letters long. Let's toss these in there. And let's see, the italic upgrades by 3 multis. This triggers twice. I feel like the italic is more valuable in this case. Thinking, let's try and make the word suffers or suffer. So if I cash these in as a reroll, I would get an asterisk, so I could make SUF, and an asterisk. I need another one. I'm missing another letter. I need an F and an E. What could I make with just these and an asterisk? Nothing good. So this is kind of a limiter on you, actually, now that I think about it. Because all this gets you is 1 asterisk tile by cashing in 3 letters for a reroll. When if I didn't have this, I could cash in 3 letters for a reroll and get, 3 extra random letters. So I see this is kind of a double-edged sword. The maximum amount of reroll letters I can do now is 2 effectively. sort these out again and really take a look. I could make the word fruits, but I need an I and a T. I feel like I'm 2 letters away from any word I actually want to make here. Huh. I could just make the word furs. Not that impressive. You know, whatever I play, I feel like I need to play one of these exclamation marks at least to get it out of my hand. Let's do that. Let's the underline 1.5 malt. Let's toss this R in there instead to upgrade our malt a little more, and then drop that in there. Let's see what we get. All right, almost there. See acid. See scour. Let's play this too. I mean, you know what? There's no reason to play it. Radios. Radios is longer than scour. Let's do that. That'll get us out of the round. And we can agonize over something else in the next round. Alright. We're getting there. One special letter at each letter draw. Alright. +2 malt. Bonus increases by +2 per word and loses 1 per reroll. This is like this is sort of like Green Joker from Balatro, where it increases your malt every time you play a hand and decreases it by 1 every time you shuffle or discard. Drawn letters are unique, but improved or special letters have a higher chance of being drawn. Drawn letters are unique, so meaning we never get double letters in a draw? Huh. Alright, so sure. Let's do that. Yeah, we didn't get any double letters here. I see forced. Anything better than that? Yeah, sure, let's go. Oh. Are there 3 letters I could cash in for an asterisk here? No, I don't have enough. I was going to say uniformed, but I don't actually have enough letters for that, so let's go with forced. Let's go with my my original idea. See how far along this gets us. Oh, let's see. All right, well, we have an ing. That's good. Good ending to any word. We can verb the heck out of something. We've got fading. We've got phasing. We've got... I mean, I gotta use the Z, right? Let's do phasing. It's like, even if this isn't a super great word for us, even if this isn't enough to get us out of the round, it's going to be pretty good. Okay. Alright, we're like 60% there. We made phasing, so make another 6-letter word. Normal goes up. I'm seeing worms. Wormed would be good. That would be 6 letters. Let's do that. I don't see any better point options here. Woof. That malt's getting up there, man. Yeah. Cool. Alright. Hand capacity is increased by 1 letter. I don't know that we need more choice, honestly. Aside from those exclamation points clogging things up, and now that we have unique letters, I think this is fine. Bonus increases by +10 when a Z is drawn. How many Z's do we have? Just the one? Does this work for asterisks? When we draw asterisks? Probably not, right? +5 points. Increases by +1 per improved letter, +2 per special letter in the word. Oh. Okay. Sure, let's take that. Oh. New music. Right. We have a Q, we have a U together. That's nice. That's very considerate. Make quest right up front. Got a bunch of other stuff in the hand. Is there anything better we could make using this QU? I don't think so. Not with what we have, not without re-rolling. And I don't really want to, so let's start with that. Alright. We gotta climb. We made quest, which is a 5-letter word for our last word if we want to try increasing our mult some more. We're at 27 right now. Okay, great. Let's see, we have an E and an X, which are a good pairing. I'm not seeing anything just off the top of my head, like hex, fix. I'm going to try and use that E, though. Excuse me. I feel like we need some other letters to really take advantage of the E and X we have here. So let's get rid of the A and the F. I feel like they're just kind of getting in the way. I'm 1 letter away from tuxedo. So I could cash in 3 of these for a reroll and get an asterisk. And play that. Not convinced that's going to be worth a whole lot is the problem. Because an asterisk doesn't have any value on its own. Oh, I don't know. We've got some energy left. Let's mess around. Let's do these for a reroll and play tuxedo. Now, when we draw, after this word is played, will we draw back up to 10 letters? I wonder. I haven't been paying attention. Okay, we do. Great. That is good. Alright. We've got fire. We've got faker, fakir with an I. Last word we played was tuxedo, so that's 6 letters. Can we find a 6-letter word to play? If I play fakir, but I play the exclamation point at the end, will that count for the 6-letter bonus? Only one way to find out. It does. Wonderful. Cool. All right. Going into our final round with not as much energy as I would like, if I'm being honest. Add a tile. What does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean to add a tile to, like, our potential word blanks? Because right now it's only 9 tiles long. Maybe this is adding a 10th slot? I don't know, that's mysterious. +1 improved letter and +1 special letter if the word has 4 letters. Is that 4 letters exactly, or at least 4 letters? This is another thing that I wish there was a little more clarity in. This is another thing I would take umbrage with Balatro. If the descriptions of their jokers and bonuses and things weren't super clear. Or +1 special letter at each letter draw. You know, I think we're going to need all the help we can get, and we're going to need to spell words that are bigger than 4 letters. So I think we take this for the last round. Alright, I see harped right out the gate. Our last word was 6 letters long. So maybe not harp. Oh wait, that is 6 letters. Do harped. Hi there. How you doing? One of my other cats has come up on the desk to greet me. How sweet of her. Oh, hi, sweetie. You want to say hi? You don't want to say hi. Okay. Alright. Well, that didn't do nearly as much as I was hoping for. We have abort. We're one letter away from abortive. What is this Z? What can I do with this Z? What I have right now. Abortive is a word, right? I feel like that's a word. Abortive? But, well, not with the extra I in there. Abortive? Yeah, okay. So I could trade out the U, V, and the Z to get an asterisk and make abortive. Which is not going to be worth that many points in the grand scheme of things. Last word I played was 6 letters long. So it wouldn't add to that multi. I mean, I'd still get the benefit from the existing mold, but I wouldn't add any more to it. Just trying to... How can I work a Z in there? I don't know. I just want to play a big word on stream. Let me do that. Not the V. We're getting rid of the Z and the U. I need everything else. I mean, I could just roll these two and pray that I get an E, so I don't have to sacrifice the exclamation point for an asterisk. I mean, I have plenty of rerolls. I guess I might as well. Yeah, there we go. I got it. Cool. Number go up. Still only... we're not even halfway there. We're almost halfway there, and we only have one word left to play, which means this one has to be incredible. Oh wait, the asterisks do have... The asterisks do have value on their own? Has that always been the case? Was I just not paying attention earlier? Oh my gosh. Well, I could play Muggier then. I'm not sure that's going to be worth an awful lot. Is there anything I can play to use this A also? Use the A and the other, Why can't I move this E over here? Hey. I should be able to move this E over here. It's a new game, folks. There's bugs. There's bound to be bugs. There's got to be a way I can use all these natural letters and also the asterisks. What am I missing from here? So let's line them up this way. Fumigate? Almost, yeah. Fumigate. Fumigator? No? Alright, fine. Spoil sport. Maybe something that ends in AGE. Maybe that's a good way to go. Let's see. Why are you not letting me do this? This is enraging. Alright. Rummages. That'll do it. No, that doesn't use the I. I need to use the I also. Although rummage is pretty good. I keep thinking of ruminate. Is there a word related to ruminate that ends with AGE? Huh. The Raj. Maybe don't overthink it. Let's just do rummages. And if we die, we die. That's how a Balatro like goes sometimes. When the number don't go up enough, sometimes you just die. That's okay. We're here at the final round. I don't feel too bad about it. Oh. Oh, we were very close there. We were very, very close. But look what a journey we've been on. Ugh. Use all letters in one game. I unlocked an achievement. That's nice. Well, huh. That's pretty good. I've been streaming for almost an hour, though. And as someone who doesn't stream that often, I feel like I need to take a break. So, let me take a break. I'll be back in just a minute, and we'll do the daily. There's also a daily in Wordatro. So we'll do that right after I get back in just a minute. While I'm gone, stay here and listen to the nice music, or, get up and walk around and stretch like I'm doing. See you in a minute. Alright, everyone. I have returned. How was your break? What did you do on your break? I used the bathroom, got a drink, and a slice of pizza. I don't think we're going to be spending quite as much of the back half of this stream as we did on the first half. Most of that's just going to be me not chatting and refusing to shut up and play a word. So let's click in, and you will see that we have a daily challenge, which just restarted, by the way, which means we might actually have a chance to place here. Let's find out. Same start, same draw, only your choices matter to be number one. So, like a lot of roguelikes, I guess, the same sort of seed, same letters to start with, and things can progress based on how we choose to go. So, let's see. Seeing stay. Seeing tails. Anything I can use here to keep that Y in would be good. I see tonsil. Doesn't use the Y, unfortunately. Let's, since we're starting clean here with no bonus impacting our rerolls, let's go ahead and throw... Oh, actually, hang on. I do have TION. No. Let's dump the I. Let's dump one of these T's. And let's leave the Y for now. Let's see what we get with this. And now we have an ING. Where to put this Y? We've got glisten. Still doesn't use the Y. We've got stony. What if we could use the G and the Y together? It's the biggest thing we can make with the G and the Y together. Huh. Not sure. I'm just not sure. Lying? Only 5 letters, but it's using all of our higher value tiles. Probably not good enough to get us out of this round, but we're just starting out. Alright, we've got flowers, like the baking kind. We've got forest. We've got flouts. Is flouts a word? No. Maybe this way? Yes, this is a word. Got fluster. That seems pretty good. Sure. Alrighty. The daily is only, what, 5 rounds long, I think? Plus one multis. Add a multi's value equal to the difference in letter count with the previous word. Huh, okay, so if we make a very short word and then a very long word and keep that going, we build a multi that way. That's interesting. I mean, it's guaranteed value to add to your multi as long as your words are different lengths. They don't have to be hugely different, but you're rewarded for them being hugely different. Okay. If there's only one letter in the reroll letter will be improved. Okay. Plus one multis when a vowel is triggered. We know we're going to play vowels. If I didn't have this, I think I would go with the yo-yo. But I think, as is, we need to pick something a little more basic here at the starting. All right, we've got begin, obviously. Let's take this ing to the end and see if we can visualize. Anything better here? I don't know. Begin's pretty good. I mean, it's not great, but it's a solid word, and it uses the underline here, and it uses all of our higher value tiles. I think maybe we re-roll here. Let's throw away this N and this U, because I'll be real with you guys. Using U and I have a lot of trouble finding places for U's and I's in Scrabble and Words with Friends. So let's get rid of those for now. All right, we've got vibing. Does that use all of our? That does use all of our higher value tiles. Let's do that. Really? Really? Vibing isn't in your dictionary? Oh, that's sad. Oh, that's very sad. Okay, well, we're not doing vibing then. Is there anything else that we could play that does use the G, the B, and the V? I don't think so. Not with the letters we currently have, anyway. I mean, I could just go for vibes, but that won't use the N. I'm real sad about that. What about like an N something? I'm overthinking this. This is the daily. This is meant to be quicker. Let's go with bovine. And do I want to hang on to the S? Yes. Will we get us a special tile? Let's go with the S. I'm thinking too hard here at the early stages. All right, next. Here's our green joker again. Increases by +2 per word and loses -1 per reroll. +1 improved letter if the word contains at least as many vowels as consonants. That's too much thinking. I don't want that. And then there's mult again. M-U-L-T. Let's take this one. I feel like we're going to end up playing more words than we reroll, so this will work out for us. Alright. Divulge? Yeah, I'll play that. I don't even need to think about anything else. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good draw. Yep, it was a pretty good draw, as it turns out. Let us continue. Oh, maybe it's... I don't remember how many rounds it is, but it's less than 10, I think. Improves 10 letters to bold in the bag. Letters in italic increase the tile bonus by 2. So it's currently 3. They would increase the mult to 5 instead. Only have 1 italic in the bag at the moment. Unique. This worked out for us well last round. Let's go with thickened this time, because I didn't choose the underlined words before. Well, bold just makes them trigger twice. Maybe we go with unique again. Let's do that. I almost have abortive again. Maybe we should re-roll and try for that. Yeah, sure. How likely are... Well, actually, we won't turn up a V, probably. There's probably only one in the... There's 2 in the bag. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel great about that. Let's see, what can we do? Let's see, ER, what do we got? Is Bouter a word? No, sure isn't. I'm one letter away from trouble. I could get rid of these in a reroll and try and find an L. How many L's do we have? We have 4. Decent chance we might. Sure. We've got rerolls to spare. We didn't get an L. We've got Jumbo. Use 1 reroll, so we're losing a little bit of mult here. Let's throw Jumbo in there. Again, I'm thinking about this too much. This is meant to be breezier at this early stage. I don't even have to get on the leaderboard, really. I just want to get through the whole daily challenge. Huh. I feel like I'm very close to something here. We have calmed. We have... What else do we have? You saw calmed. Just throw that in there. Or calmer, even. Let's do calmed. Let's save this R for the next round. Because once we play it, it'll go back to being a regular R, right? And we don't need quite as much help in this round as we will in the next one. Alright. Plus 7 points for each POINT triggered letter. Target. Times 2 multis if the word has 5 letters. Size changes each round. Okay, that's interesting. Times 2 multis. Or plus 1 improved letter and plus 1 special if the word has 4 letters. I like this. I like this target idea. Let's go with this. And we'll try and find... the word has 5 letters. Okay. So we want to make a 5-letter word. Like, for example, M-U-R, the 5-letter word I could make here. I could actually make ruminate. The word I was playing at earlier, and you know what? This might get us through the round anyway, so I'm going to play it. Oh, not quite. Okay. Alright, that's fine. So we're still looking for a 5-letter word then? Zilcho? That is almost certainly not in the dictionary. But zilch is, that's a 5-letter word. I miscounted. I miscounted the men. There we go. That'll get us there and double our multis. Woo! Oh my, yes. Yeah, okay. I think that was the right bonus. I think that was the right bonus to grab. Adds 2 random bonuses. Okay, that's interesting. I like that. Plus 1 special letter at each letter draw. That's fine. Got some of those already. Tile 6 multis bonuses increased by 3 if the word has 6 letters. Let's add 2 random. Let's go for the gusto here. What do we got? We got plus 2 rerolls in the end round rewards, okay. And games consonants immediately gain 3 points. That worked out pretty well for us, I gotta say. Let's see, what we're looking for, a 7-letter word. I got out, which could make a good prefix or suffix. I've got ed, which would make for a good suffix. The real problem is that I don't have enough consonants. Wafted. That's only 6. Trying to go for, well, if I throw one of these exclamation points in there, I bet that'll count. Nope, not waftoed. That count? Let's find out. Let's watch and see if the multi multiplies by 2. It sure did. That does count. Hey, hey. Alright. Alright. Can't be angry about that. Maybe it is 10 rounds. I don't know. Alright, adds 1 exclamation point during the No, we don't need that. Letters kept in hand gain plus 2 points for each word. So the ones that we don't play in the word gain points. That's neat. We're looking for a 5-letter word next round to double our multi. What? What is it? Am I being boring? The cat is talking to me again. Am I being boring? I'm just sitting at the desk talking to nobody. And that's not interesting to you, is it? I'm sorry, buddy. And then finally, let's see. Cash machine. Plus 2 multis. Each improved letter placed in the reroll increases this bonus by 2, and plus 4 for a special letter. Okay, so if we were using more rerolls, I might consider this, but I think it has to be cooking. Let me cook. We're looking for a 5-letter word to make the most of our mults. Right. Nothing jumping out at me here. We do have an asterisk, which will help. But I want to use at least one of these 2 high-value letters, too. I'm thinking erupt, but that's too many letters. I mean, it's not too many letters. I don't have enough letters to make that. I would need an E or an R in concert with that asterisk. Man, I can't think of a word that has a U and a W in it. Ugh. Let's focus on using one of these. Towel. Sure. That's a nice, safe 5-letter word. Alright. Still 5 letters. Let's look for... Paint? That doesn't use the U or the E. I could play tune with the exclamation point. That would get me there. What about something starting with un? Like union? That would work. That way I would keep my exclamation point for next round still. Sure, let's do that. That'll probably get me there. Cool. All right. I like how it has the asterisk in like towel is an obscenity of some kind. Anyway, tile 6 multis is increased with word has 6 letters. That probably will be incompatible with target here, so yeah. Underlined letters gain times 5 multis. Do you have any underlined letters? Just one? Or just a straight up plus 5 mult boost? I mean, sure. We're looking for 4 letters this time. Nope. Not quite. Not quite. Alright, let's see what else. Sorry, having to do some business here on the side. There we go. Still looking for 4 letters, I guess. Although, I mean, I could really play anything at this point, and that'd get me there. What's the biggest, most impressive word I can play here? Caution? Pretty good. Sure. Again, I don't have to get on the leaderboard. I don't have to go for the biggest point total. I'm just trying to get through the daily. We're not here to compete. We are here to relax. 1 special letter at each letter draw. Plus 1 multi adds a multi. Oh, I like this one. Well, except if this is gonna be incompatible with target, because if I'm always trying to play words with the same number of letters, this is not gonna help us. Times 3 multis. This bonus is destroyed if you use an E. I like this one. I got this one in a run, late in a run, a couple days ago, and I really made the most of it. What do you say? We're going into, what, round 9? I think between the rest of these things, we could probably swing this. I mean, we've got so many rerolls. We've got 5 energy. Is this stupid? This is stupid, chat, right? I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway, even though I know it's stupid. All right, so we're not playing E's anymore. Forget E's. We're not playing them. We're trying to find a 6-letter word without using the letter E. This was a mistake. This was a mistake. That's fine. You know, I almost have anomaly. I have a lot of anomaly. I need an N and an O. What if I throw out this useless E and this useless U? Huh? Sure. See what we get. And again, we're looking for a 6-letter word? Yes. Huh. We got pablum. There we go. That's a 6-letter word, folks. I would be shocked if this doesn't get us all the way through the round. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And I got an achievement for reaching 250 mults with 1 word. Alright, round 10. The E thing? Not a mistake. Not a mistake. We didn't screw up. We won, actually. Alright, heading into the last round. 1 improved letter, each letter draw. Tile 6 multis bonus is increased if the word has 6 letters. What are we looking for next round? We're looking for 7. Again, I wonder if this is do you get this bonus if the word is exactly 6 letters or if it has at least 6 letters? I feel like this is an important distinction to make. I feel like this is something the dev should probably add a note about here. Clarify this a little more. Creates a copy of the first letter of the word with an increase of 2 points. Sure. Sure, let's... Well... I mean, it's either... I don't want this, because I'm unsure about it. It's vague to me. So I definitely don't want this one right now. This is a maybe. I'm not super excited by this. I'm also not super excited by this, but it's a guaranteed good something in my letter draw, you know? I guess let's take this. Sure. Alright. We're looking for 7-letter word. Not finding anything that way. Founted was my first thing. Founted cannot possibly be a word. Also, it has an E in it, so forget that. We're not playing E's. E's are bad. E's will kill our gigantic multi. I'm trying to look here and see anything else that I could possibly use. Unfortunately, I say, I'm seeing most of the word fortune. I just need an R. But the problem with that is it has a dang E in it. It is a 7-letter word, though, so we would at least hit our target mult. Maybe I do that. Maybe I bite the bullet here, because I feel like if we play fortune, I feel like even without our E, we'll get at least most of the way to the score here. But the bonus is destroyed if I use an E. Like outright destroyed. Oh, I don't know. Sure, let's toss these in the reroll and see what we get. We got plenty of rerolls. We've got famine that I could put an exclamation point on the end of, and that would make it 7. But again, it has an E in it. What if I have... What do I have that doesn't have an E in it? The longest thing I can make that doesn't have an E. I have a TION. Got Ninja Turtles on the brain. If I had another T, I could make mutation. And that doesn't have an E in it, you know? So if I trade away this F and this E and this, oh god, but the exclamation point is worth double. How many A's do I have in the bag? 8? Oh yeah, there's a decent chance. There's a very good chance I will get an A. No, I'm looking for a T though. What am I saying? I need a T. And we have 5 T's in the bag. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Let's dump this and see what we get. Come on, T. No T. Let's see, I have Anon. Let's give me this TION at the end. Mansion would be a solid 7-letter word. I just need an S. Or what about Domina? Domina? Domina is a word? I'm learning so many things today. What about... Let's see. What can I use UN in? I'm thinking about this too much again, because this is the last round. I'm finally here. I mean, I've been here before offline, like when I'm not streaming. Do I want to burn another reroll and look for another... Ooh! Look for another T? No, I think now I'm looking for... I think now I want to look for an S for mansion. So let's do that. Come on, S. There we go. We got it. Cool. And that should win us the round. And that'll be the daily. Forget you, E. We never needed you. I really like that bonus effect. Where'd we land on the leaderboard? Number 9. Hey, that's not too bad. That is not too bad. And we can continue playing as long as we have energy left. Sure, let's toss out a couple more words. What else we got? Now we're looking for 8 letters, huh? I don't know. I don't think I can make anything with 8 letters. I can make Harry. That doesn't have an E in it, so we'll retain our ×3 mult. Oh man, and those things in the hand keep cooking, don't they? Oh my gosh. Sorry, what was it? 8 letters? It's 8 letters. Oh. Let's get rid of these E's, just so I'm not tempted. do I want to get rid of? Let's see if we can incorporate this U. Let's get rid of the I. Is spacey without the E a word? Yeah, alright, cool. I'll take that. Oh, number go up. Number get big. We love to see number get big. Let's see. M. I mean, we have laughs. But that doesn't use the M. In fact, I can't think of a way to use the M, the G, and the S. I feel like, well, we still have 5 energy. I feel like we should try and find an 8-letter word that I can make here that doesn't use the letter E, so that we can make something truly disgusting. I don't know. Laughs is what, L-A-U-G-H-S? That's 6 letters. We need to get 2 letters better than that. Actually, only 1 if I play the exclamation mark. Gumshoe. I have gumshoe. Holy crap, I didn't even see that until just now. There's 7, there's 8. Oh man, this is gonna be a big one. Here we go! Oh, but it has an E in it! Crap! Crap! Crap. I did the bad thing. I hecked up. Have a letter worth more than 20 points. I got another achievement for just now. All right, well, our the pressure's off. I mean, the pressure was off before because we beat the round, but the we beat the daily. I mean, but the pressure's extra off now because we lost this E bonus. So I can play anything now. We're still going for 8 letters. Let's see, what else can I do? I've got plank. If I could look for another T and an N and make plankton, if I can find those. Let's see if I can find those. Hey, plankton would have been a real good word to play that doesn't have an E in it. Sorry for sorry for yelling into the mic, by the way. That probably wasn't cool. Just I had a real moment there. I was very disappointed in myself. Yeah, all right. Let's toss these back in the meat grinder. All right, we've got pranks. We've got planks. We've got a B here. What can the B be? Yeah, banks. Oh, P-L-A-N-K. P-L-A-N-K. Oh, I need a T and an N. What if I got rid of these? Let's get rid of these. I want to keep this B. I'm excited to see what I can do with this B. Assuming I can do anything with this B. The tile bag is not being cooperative. Well, if this has the word paleo in it, but it doesn't have vibing, okay. I was about to be very, very perturbed. Let's see. I don't like this H with anything else right now. And I can pair it with the P to make the F sound, but I can't think of a... Why didn't anybody in the chat... There's nobody in the chat. I was going to say, why didn't anybody in the chat stop me from playing Gumshoe? You idiot! There's an E in it! I'm not going to get over that. This is going to be like my my middle school spelling bee all over again, where I misspelled the word rhythm, and it will haunt me now for the rest of my days. I can make blank. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not 8 letters, but it's pretty good. Is blanky a word? Would it accept blanky? No, it wouldn't. Okay. Pinhole? Pinhole. That'll fit. Not 8 letters, but it's pretty good. I didn't even think to use ABLE as a suffix. Got the word bought. We've got budget. Those are both 6 letters, which is not 8, again. I feel compelled to say. I'm guessing this is not adding to my my overall daily score. I'm guessing that whatever I had at the end of round 10 is what got recorded for that. But, you know, I'm having fun. I'm still having fun. Let's do bought. And we've got 2 more energy left still. So let's see. Nothing is springing to mind here. Waked. I'm still relying on my rerolls here to some degree, aren't I? Oh right, I'm losing a little bit of malt every time I reroll. I almost have weekend. I need an N for that. What about this? Let's get rid of this I and this E. Let's get rid of this O. And let's hope for an N, because then I can make the word weekend, not weekend, but weekend. Weekend. Let's see. No N. Oh, just more E's. It's more E's. It's E's all the way down. Tweaked. There we go. I use that word a lot in my work. That's a word that's been in my vocabulary for a couple of years. So sure, I'll use that. Alright, last one. Let's make this a good one. What do we got? Got fallow. That's still only 6 letters. We've got fellow, but fallow is worth more. We've got an X here. I feel like we should do something with the X. If we can. Let's... Oh heck. I don't know. Let's just get out. Let's not force ourselves to do something with the X. That's fine. We've already won. We've already proven our point. And there we go. And we're out. And we're still at 9 on the leaderboard. That's fine. You know what? Hey, I wasn't looking to make it to the leaderboard, but we still got there. So I can't be too mad about that. Let's see, yeah, there we are. All right. And yeah, I mean, people go. I don't know if they're using like a cheat engine or what, or if they're just that good at maximizing their words and their bonuses. But people get into the millions on the daily uh, leaderboard. It is crazy go nuts. But yeah, I'm glad to see that other people are enjoying this game. If I'm being completely honest, that's the one thing I get. As much as I could quibble about, how the design is kind of, whatever. The music is kind of, whatever. I mean, it draws such a comparison to Balatro that it's hard not to compare it to Balatro in other ways, um, besides just its mechanics. Um, but I appreciate that it exists definitely, and I do not regret for a moment giving my money for this game. Um, yeah, Wordatro, it's good. If you're really into Scrabble and Words with Friends and other wordy type games like I am, you might really get something out of this. Um, I enjoy this a lot. Again, as much as I could quibble, as much as I could nitpick about things that don't quite jibe for me, that aren't quite the way that I would want them to be. Um, for what it is, this game is pretty darn good, and I could easily see myself picking this up for for a little time every day, like you would for any other daily word game or word challenge. Um, it's like I said, it's 8.49 right now on the Steam sale because it's also just came out recently, so they've got a special going on it. Normally it's 9.99 I think, but Wordatro. I'm gonna here. I'll go back to the title screen so you can see the title again. But yeah, Wordatro. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's well worth the budget price. It's pretty well put together, and it does the Balatro thing, but for words pretty well. If I do say so myself. I don't know why I said that. I had nothing to do with the development of this game, but yeah, it's pretty good. Again, if you like word, I'm just repeating myself at this point, but I mean, I've done that since the start of the stream. If you like words and word games, if you're passionate about words and putting letters together and making things out of them, you will find a lot to like about Wordatro, I think. And I will be excited to see what, if anything, is improved and added to this game over time. Um, I would, I'm really into that idea of other things coming to this game, other new bonuses, new features of other kinds. I don't know. I can't even think about it. I haven't even really given it much thought. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how this game progresses. And again, as is, it's a pretty good package. So if this seems like your thing, go ahead and pick it up. I mean, don't even think about it. It's a real bargain. Um, and since I am thoroughly repeating myself at this point, I think that's time for me to say it's been fun, folks, but it's getting to be a little bit later, and I'd like to have a real dinner and sit down to that. So I'm going to do that. And no promises, but you might see more of me this week. Whether it's this, or Balatro, or Spelunky, or... Oh, we'll find something. We'll find something else to play. Anyway, I hope I hope you're having a good week, wherever and whenever you are. And I'll see you again soon.